All right, this lecture is to cover your writing assignments for the remainder of the class. I want to talk about 4 writing assignments, one of which is extra credit. You do not have to do that. But I thought it was interesting to add to as a possibility for some extra credit for you. Anyone who's been struggling or gotten some low grades, I will consider this extra credit assignment and apply it towards your lowest other grades. So those of you who may be struggling or done poorly on vocabulary or need some extra credit somewhere to make certain that your final grades are comfortably good, you may want to talk about that extra credit. I'll talk about that in a minute. So let's talk about the 4 possible writing assignments, 3 of which you have to do. Let's talk about the first one. The first one is discussion board. And this is just a final thoughts really about the hybrid class. Please remember, discussion board can be read by any of the other students as well as me. And I'm really looking for your honest thoughts, any comments that you have about this hybrid format. Just tell me a little bit about how you felt about the class. If there are any thoughts about what I could do better or what should be changed about the hybrid, this would be an opportunity for you to express that here. You'll have other opportunities to evaluate the class, of course. You'll get an email about that. So this is just an informal discussion of how you generally felt the hybrid class went for you personally. If you liked it or didn't like it, or you felt you learned as much or not as much. Okay, so that's the discussion board assignment. Now you have 3 journal assignments also due. The first one is our journal number 2. We already did journal number 1. Journal number 2 is the one where I ask you to describe the differences between the movie and the novel. And here you're going to use the notes that you took in class while you were watching the movie here in the classroom. And you're going to use those notes to talk about how it was different from the novel, the movie and the novel. So here's an example I put up there was, on page whatever of the novel, this happened. However, in the movie, this did not happen. You're going to kind of contrast between the novel and the movie. And I will give extra credit for each item that you identify as being different. So I'm going to give you credit for each thing that you list that clearly shows a difference between the novel and the movie. And the instructions, of course, in great detail on the Blackboard site. Okay, so that's journal number 2. You've already done journal number 1. Journal number 3 is the extra credit. And thanks to our classmate, Vicky, she discovered that they're doing an actual play. I think it's at Woodson High School. I'm not sure which one it is. You'll have to look at the link I posted. But for journal number 3, you'll see a link I posted that will take you to the play that they're doing, as opposed to a movie, book, play. It might be interesting to see that. And if you do, I will give you extra credit for attending that play and then writing a short review, how you thought the play went. Okay, so check that out. The last thing is the final thoughts on the novel. And this one is required. This is the journal listed there that asks for final thoughts about the novel. Here I'm asking if you felt like it was an appropriate novel to read for this level. Did you think it was too hard, too easy, not interesting? What did you think about that novel? Here I'm asking for you to give me a little bit of writing, 5 to 10 sentence paragraph about how you felt the novel was in terms of its usefulness to you. If you liked the novel, then you can tell me why you liked it. If you didn't like it, tell me that as well, and we will move forward from there. So those are your final 4 writing assignments, one of which is optional. So make sure you do the discussion board, journal number 2, and the final thoughts as they're described on Blackboard. So having gone over those things, I wish you again a very happy Thanksgiving. Make sure that you complete all of these final assignments. We're almost finished with the class, so please don't drop the ball now. Keep working passionately over these next 2 weeks. Of course, enjoy Thanksgiving, but make sure that you're ready for our tests on December the 4th, which include both vocabulary and the reading combined skills. I'm available on email if there's any final questions. Otherwise, I want to say one last thing, which is thank you so much for being here with me during this first hybrid class that I've ever taught. I know I learned a lot about the administration of this course, and I hope I would even do better in the future. But I really appreciate you staying here with me throughout this semester and working hard on your hybrid and your classwork. I'm very proud of you for that. So, thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving.